Well, today I'm sharing how I set up my homeschool planner, and I am a longtime homeschool mom, and I have found that it is best just to keep things super simple. What I like to do for my planner is just to use a college ruled notebook that I get on sale at the back to school time. I find Walmart is the cheapest place. I think this year they were like 75 cents. So we're going to go ahead. What I do each year to know which school year we're on, I just write out the year like this. That way I know, and I do most of my planning in notebooks like this. So I also write that this is kind of the school planner notebook, so that I know exactly which notebook it is and don't get them all mixed up. So that's what I do first. And then on this page, this is where I like to put like all of the homeschool information, like the homeschool name, the address, state ID, and any other important information that you need to add in. After that, another option you could do is to do like a school year at a glance with the calendar of the school year. But I have found, and actually I used to do this and I would keep attendance like that, but I found a way that I like to do it that's a lot simpler to me. So, but that is another option. I always used to just like print off a piece of paper and put it there with the calendar and made it super easy. But other things you can add that I like to add in the front here are like places for like our resources or curriculum, and even just like ideas of things I may still want to get. Other things I like to put on there is like field trip and activity ideas. Also, if you have like a schedule or something, I would add that on there. And also, if you wanted, you could do like a page for each individual student and keep things like attendance or like their favorite things, reading list, resources, reflections, all kinds of different things. And another thing that I like to do, I found this out after years and years of doing homeschool, that I like doing the whole school year at one time does not really work for me. I have spent days and weeks sitting there planning the whole year out, and inevitably life happens and either the kids get sick, the curriculum isn't a good fit, something happens, and all of that planning is basically wasted. So I found it is a lot better to do your planning either monthly or quarterly. I really like to do it quarterly. That's kind of what I try and do, and instead of just planning out the whole year, because life has a way of just getting in the way and throwing all of your plans to the wayside. So what I have liked to do with my planner is I just plan like the whole week in one spread. And what I do is I do this 36 times since there's 36 weeks that we need to school. And what I do at the top is I just write what week we're on. And for me, my brain works best with a vertical planner. So that's what I do here. I'm gonna show here how I do this. So this has been working for me for many years and has just been so simple and so easy. I have really enjoyed planning since I started doing it this way. So for us, we're gonna start on August 20. Actually, I think what I like to do, another thing I like to do, I'm gonna start the week on the 26th. But what I have found is easier for the kids, especially younger kids coming back, is to start your week either on Wednesday or Thursday. To me, it's like a lot easier on the kids, and you don't have like that full week. You kind of slowly go into the school year, and that has been really helpful. So we will probably start on Wednesday, and so we'll go all the way to the last day here of the 30th. I guess that's not the last day of the month, but anyways, so there we go. So that's how I do that. I just plan my week like this. And what I also do, if you have multiple students, you can change this too, but I'm going to show you what I do with just one student, because that's what I have right now. One last one, the last year. So we have that, and what I do, I write their name here, and if you want, you can write it over here too. I do sometimes, but now that basically I'm down to one student, I don't need to do that anymore, and I've done this plan for so long that I just kind of know that it just goes across like this. So The first subject I usually write down is language arts, and that encompasses like spelling, English, literature, all that stuff. And again, like I said, if you want to come over to this side, you can write it too. And I'll leave a space and then we'll move on, and I just abbreviate too. I just write an S for like science and an H for like history or social studies or whatever y'all want to call it. I know you've got like different ones like geography and all that. However, whatever it is that they're on for that school year or semester or however it works out. And then we've got math. And then I always do an R for reading, whatever they're reading. And then I leave plenty of space for whatever extracurriculars they're working on for that semester. So that's what I do for the first student. And then if I have another student, we're gonna do it like this, student 2. And another great thing about doing this in a college ruled notebook and just a cheap little notebook period is if you mess up, you have plenty of space that you could just like rip out the page and redo it. So it's really, really simple and easy. It doesn't cost very much, and I really, really like doing it this way. So hopefully I am in the right line. I think I am. So we're gonna write it here. So we're gonna do student 2, and I just do the same thing. I just do language or arts, science, history, and y'all can title it or do it however works for you, but this is what works for me. I like to try and be as efficient as possible in that. So that's what I do there. And then another thing that I do for the attendance is I like whatever day that they're on, I like to just put a number at the bottom. So say for example it was Tuesday and I only had one student, I would do that. On the other, like say for example if we had 2 students, I would just do like the student's name. So we'll just do like student 1, student 2, and then you can put like what day it is they're on. So I guess technically since we're here we would be like day 2, and then this would be student 2's day 1. So you could just kind of change it up like that and I just keep track of the attendance down here. And to me, that is so much simpler than like having to flip back to the front of the book. And how I always did it, I would always use like highlighters and stuff like that. And to me, it's just so much simpler just to do it that way. And another thing you can do is you can add post-it notes or these highlighters or whatever to help you and make it easier. I always used these big post-it notes to kind of let me know what I needed to prep for the next week. That always worked really, really good for me. So if I'm setting this up, I would just repeat this. I would do that for 36 weeks, and it seems like it would take a long time, but I've timed it and it takes me like 20-25 minutes. So it's really not bad, and actually even less time whenever I only have one student. So it really doesn't take an awful lot of time. Some other ideas that I thought I would throw out there. I know everybody, the one layout doesn't always work for every person. And this is kind of more like a block schedule. I know a lot of people are into that. And so I'm gonna show you how I would set that one up as well. Also, if you don't know what schedule would work best for you, you could always just test it out. Try one type of schedule one week and another week, and just kind of see what you think you like best. That is the really awesome thing about doing this on your own. You can just customize it and play around with it and see what actually works for you. Okay, so I think we'll do, well, I guess we can just leave it like that. So what I do here is I put the week that we're on. So it'll be August 26th through August 30th. And then I write the days of the week. So the 26th like this. Now I am not a big fan of block scheduling. It just does not work for me. I'm not the best at like keeping a really good schedule. Routines is what works best for me, but everybody's different, and I was just trying to give some ideas here. So we're almost there. All right. Oh, I forgot to write Friday. There we go. Okay, and you could also do this in pencil, but for me, it is really hard to see it in pencil. That's the only negative to it. I love that you can like erase it and everything, but it is a little bit harder to see. And if you have to like submit all of this to the school and have them look over everything with all the other schoolwork, it might be better just to have it in pen. Okay, so I think the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna kind of like do like a mock schedule here. So this is really hard for me to see with the lines here, so sorry if they are not straight. I am doing the best that I can here. And so we'll go over this way. I'm so sorry if I can't see here. I really need to work on my setups to where I can see better. Yet to get that figured out. There we go. Okay, so what I was thinking here is this would be like, say, like 7:30 to 8 o'clock. And that would be like your early morning schedule, like maybe if you like to do the morning basket. I know some people really like to do that. That's great to do if you have little children especially. And then so all of this through every day would be your early morning, and like you can, if you did do the morning basket, you could write down what specifically we're doing, or maybe you have your kids read early in the morning. Some kids like to do that, and some kids like to read late or in the afternoon. Everybody's different, and that is great. I love that everybody's unique. All of my children, they're all different in the way that they learn and everything. So it's really neat to be able to figure all of that out. So after that, I'm gonna do from 8 to 9 is breakfast, and you don't have to add this in. I just thought if you didn't do other planning, this might be nice to put your meals in here, but that'd give you plenty of time to make breakfast and clean up and all of that. And then the next area I think we're going to do is like the morning schedule here. So we'll do this. Hopefully I can get the line straight. How about y'all? Do y'all do schedules or routines? I'm definitely more of a routine person. So there we go. So morning, and this is where you could do like all of your book work and your reading or whatever it is that you like to do. And everybody's schedule works different. You know, some kids like to do certain subjects earlier or later, whatever works for them. Okay, so we've got the morning. And then we'll go ahead and do lunch. Let's see, I think we'll leave a few spaces here for lunch. And I think that's what we'll do next. And if you don't want to track your meals or anything like that, that is no big deal. You could just make bigger spaces and keep everything just more school related. So I was thinking 12 to 1 would be lunch. And then, like I said, you could write that there. And if you do like PE or anything like that during lunch or right after, maybe the kids go out while you clean up or something like that, you could do that and put PE there as well. So then we have the next block schedule is the afternoon. Hopefully I can get this here. Those markers may mess me up. Not too bad. Okay, so I was thinking the afternoon would be like more from 1 to maybe 5 or 6. We eat a lot later, so I'm gonna go to 6 for us. And this is like a good time to do like PE or like a little adventure time or projects, or even if you're doing like field trips that don't take very long, you could do that. That's great to do at this time too. And then let's see, after that, I was thinking we would do dinner. So we'll put the dinner time here. Get this block schedule all sorted. So dinner, and that would probably be like, say, from 6 to 7. Yeah, so 6 to 7. They'll give you plenty of time to cook and clean up. And then also, I'm going to break this up again. I don't know about y'all, but I had certain children that really, really loved to read at night. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on here too. So we'll start with the evening. And if y'all had like anything extra you needed to do, so that would be like from 7 to 9, and then night would be 9 and on. So here I always add the night. That way if they're like reading books right before bed or something like that, you could write whatever it is they're reading, and there's plenty of space. Like you can have a line per child, or however you want to do that. But this is just a block schedule method. Like I said, this really doesn't work very well for me. It's kind of a little too restrictive. I like the routines a lot better, but I was just trying to give y'all some type of ideas. So another idea to do for your planner is to do a horizontal version. Now, for some reason, this does not work very well with my brain, but I know a lot of people really like the horizontal version. So I'm gonna just give y'all some type of idea of something you might could do that might work. So we'll do it like this, and you can do the same like I did on the other. Put like a 1 for the week, and we'll come over here and we'll do this one. And the one thing that I did really like about this one is that you could leave yourself like a notes area, which I love because I liked, you know, having like an area to prep. That's kind of more what I call it, my prep area of everything I needed to remember for the week. So we'll come over here and we'll do Monday, and you can write it out if you want, or just abbreviate, whatever it is that works best for you. We'll just go ahead and write it out since we abbreviated before. But you can, if you don't like to do it this way, you can always find printables. You could do stamps if you like that. There are so many different ways that you can do this and make it work for you. Just depends on what your personality is and what you like. So we're almost done, and I think that is about it. And that is the main things that I was thinking that would be really good. Other things you could do is do like calendars and stuff like that, and if that works good for you, you could just put that in there. That would probably be better to do at the beginning, like maybe do that every month. I have videos where I do my monthly planner and I show that. I also have lots of other planner videos where I do things. Another idea that I thought might be good to do, and I like to do this a lot, I do this and use this setup several different ways. So we're just going to go ahead and do the setup, and I'll show you how to do that, and I'll tell you all the different ways that I use it. So I think we'll make a few little boxes here. Let's see, I'm trying to remember exactly how many I need. I think we'll just do this many, and then we can change it up. You know, you can always change it up and add more if you need more, whatever works best for you. But depending upon which curriculum we use, we would usually have somewhere between 8 and 12 different workbooks. Oh, what? I said 12 and wrote 12. Oh goodness. So we usually had that many to go through for the year. So we'll go ahead and write all of that out in case if there was 12, you have 12 here. And then I would write each subject. So say we would do English, math, and then you could do science. And you can always add in your extracurriculars too in here if you want. There are lots of ways to do this. History and reading. So I use this setup lots of different ways, like just as a check mark. You could do like a check as you complete it. If you have younger kids, you could leave bigger spaces and let them do stickers as they complete the workbook. They would probably like that. I also use this to keep track of their grades. So whatever their score was in each workbook, I would write that down here, and that makes it really easy to make transcripts and get all of that sorted. So you have all of the grades for all of the years. This is kind of how I set that up for transcripts as well. So that was another idea I had, and that's basically what I do. I keep mine pretty simple and pretty efficient. just as a little bit of encouragement as a homeschool mom, life doesn't always go perfectly. Things are going to happen, and it's really hard to just plan a lot at once. So like I was saying, I find that quarterly planning is a lot better. And even if you're going through like a really tough time, like really sick kids or something like that, maybe even planning monthly is a lot better. But it really doesn't take a lot of time to do this, and honestly, for me, simple works best. And this is the way that has worked best for me, is this setup like this. But I hope that this helps y'all and y'all find it helpful. If y'all have any questions or anything like that, I will do the best I can to answer them in the comments down below. Thank y'all all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye!